guys look like the
Yo, what up, though? This B-Boy Reg
I'm DJ Butter, y'all.
on this Funky Fresh in the Flesh podcast.
That's right.
And we got our special guest here today, Hatch.
Yes.
Yo,
yes.
yo, yo, what's good, what's
Freestyle
good?
Champion right here. Yes.
Yeah, 106 in Park, Freestyle
Yeah.
Champion.
Freestyle Friday. It was his way, you know?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
You had, when you was on, your judges were, who were your judges that?
Man,
One time.
I had the pleasure of having my battles judged by the likes of Lloyd Banks, Waka Flocka Flame, Cameron, Diamond from Crime Mob.
Yeah.
Just to name a few, my man Mecca from you might know him from Math Hopper's podcast.
Yeah.
A bunch of like label heads and not necessarily household names, but
Right.
you know, it was definitely a all-star cast when it came to the judging.
Right.
Most definitely.
Yeah, it was, how many weeks you won on that?
I did 5 weeks, but 5 weeks is, you know, and then I went to the finals as well. So it was really kind of like stretched out over a couple months.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And I had commercials running and everything. So like all week you could see me on BET,
Right.
which
Right.
was crazy.
You had a
surreal,
lot of
right.
groupies.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You know what I'm saying? No, nah, you know.
What was it like coming home after that and people seeing you?
Man, it was so dope because even though it's Freestyle Friday, like we used to film on Wednesdays.
Okay.
So they had a couple days to process it and get it on air.
Right.
So I used to fly to New York. I'd be there Wednesday. By the time I got home, I'd be home for the episode to air.
Right.
So, you know, it would just be dope because fresh after I could go out
Right.
and people would be like, yo, I just watched, you know what I mean? Like right in real time, I'm in
Right.
town for it, you know, so it's kind of dope. But man, such a crazy time going to New York every single week. I sat
Right.
down with every label in New York at the time, man. I had meetings with everybody. Like, you know, it was just a real crazy time, you know what I mean? Being
Right.
young and just
Right.
being thrown at it like overnight, you know what I mean? It was
Right.
What year was that?
that was like 11, 12.
Okay.
In that period when it was Terrence and Roxy after
Okay.
AJ and Free had left 106 in
Man, I
Park.
wanted to get some free
Hey.
stories.
Man,
out there.
hey,
Free.
shout out to Free
Yeah.
and AJ, really.
Yeah.
AJ's
Yeah.
still doing his thing in the media space too. I see
Yeah.
him pop out once in a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he
dope.
cut his dreads and all that.
Yeah. It was so being a battle MC versus because you're recording music.
Right.
Which one do you like the most?
I think when you record music, you kind of get the best of both worlds a little bit because there's a performance aspect. With battle, you
Right.
can't really battle if you're not performing.
Right.
You know, they don't really go in this, like on wax in the studio beef is one thing, but like battling is in person. There's a
Right.
crowd normally. So there's a performance aspect. Though I love battling so much, but I can also create songs and have more than just, I don't want to say one topic, but you know,
Right.
it's vast. I could tell any type of stories, whatever. And still go get to perform that same material 1,000 times, hopefully.
Right.
Where in the battle, it's a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then sadly, they don't own none of the rights to those battles. So if I
Right.
lay my verses in a battle, somebody else owns that.
Right.
Wow.
They might have threw me some bread, but I don't have no ownership. So
Right.
like that could get 1 trillion views, and it is what it is. I got
What,
my money.
Can you
they pay.
copyright it before you battle? Or
So
how that work?
that's kind of the issue they're having in the battle space right now. Daylight is actually like someone on strike, from what I understand,
For
Right.
and he won't battle because they won't give him ownership. He said, "I don't want no flight, no hotel.
Right.
I don't need anything. Just give me ownership of my material." And
Right.
it's to the point where a lot of these battlers can't even post their battle on their Instagram
That's
because they don't
crazy.
own it. So it's a
Wow.
copyright strike of you rapping your thing that you invented.
Right.
You know, so it gets sticky like that, you know. So, you know, that I think that'll end up getting fixed, or you know, something will happen if enough
Right.
people stand up. I think you know, change will come.
That's a lot of material because they be having like 3 and 5 minute rounds. You got to think that's
Yeah.
a whole song. You
Man,
basically-
that's an EP.
yeah, you basically doing
Yeah.
3 songs for a battle.
Yeah,
when you
man.
think about it.
I mean, and some of these battles, if you look, they'll be 1 hour.
Right.
They each do 3, you know, and it's an hour long video.
Yeah.
So
that's
it's
true.
just like These guys might be
Yeah.
doing 10,
Crazy.
15 minutes. I've seen unlimited like crazy. So, that's a lot of, and people don't realize, man, like I've battled in that same exact setting.
Right.
It's a lot of energy, man. People are preparing for this for months oftentimes. They're researching this person and what they do and who
Right.
they know
You
in their
do that.
family.
You Google guys' mothers and all that stuff.
I won't say
You
I've
go get
Googled
they
guys'
paper-
mothers.
You get their paperwork.
But you definitely like,
You
I've
got to
definitely
do
looked
that.
into my opponent's battles heavily. Like,
Right.
okay, because I want to make sure I don't say what somebody else has said.
Right.
Right.
And I want to see how his defense game is too. So maybe I'll avoid this or I'll implement this or whatever. You look for the weak spot, things like that. You try to, you figure out where he's from and if he rolls with this clique. Just,
Right.
me, I've never tried to dig into like your baby mother's uncle tried to like, what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, that's not what I've done.
Right.
But over the years, it gets sticky, man. I've seen people
Yeah.
pulling out the snitchery paperwork
Right.
and passing them out. They got a copy for everyone in the
Yeah,
room.
crowd.
Like,
That's crazy.
it's like
Like, here's
people,
the paperwork
I've
right
seen
here.
people have to get divorced after certain battlers
Wow.
mention certain things.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it gets sticky, man. It
Hey,
gets sticky.
let me ask you this. So, cause on Freestyle Friday, y'all was rapping over a beat when y'all battled,
Mhm.
right? And you see now you see like the smack era and everything is no beat. Which
Right.
one do you prefer?
In my opinion, I think that there's more freedom when you don't have the beat. You're kind of in the bounds of the beat.
Right.
So if the crowd reacts, you got to keep going with the beat, and they might miss the next two lines if they're going crazy for the previous.
Right.
So you miss a few parts. You can't really get too big with the theatrics because again, it's very performance based.
Yeah.
So if I can't get into it, and some
Right.
dudes will dance around and do the hokey pokey and then give you the punchline, and it has to
Right.
do with the reference, and so it's like you can't do as much. Like we were talking earlier about
Right.
battles. Like some people are doing stone cold stunners on people and all type. Of,
Right.
it's like that performance you can't be within the bounds of the beat always.
Right.
So I prefer without, and you don't have to have like perfect schemes and perfect this bar, these measures. You could
Right.
one line them. You could do whatever. I think
Yeah.
it's more creative and free that way.
Yeah, cause you can hit them with something and crowd go wild and you still rapping and they be like, run that back, run
Facts.
that back. You can't do that on
Facts.
no
Yeah.
beat.
There's no run that back. There's no
Yeah.
none of that. Yeah. I
You
agree.
can spend 5 minutes just saying, yo, yo, yo,
Right, or like
time
how
and-
they will run it back, and the whole
Yeah.
crowd will say the one last
Right.
punchline. They went crazy, like,
Yeah.
and there's more crowd participation. People get in more into it. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a different level of the art form, man. It's really performing arts.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It's
right.
kind of crazy. Like when you really look at it,
On Broadway, it's like
it's
Yeah.
our version of you know what I'm saying. Whatever you want to call that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dope, man.
Who your top, let's say, top 5 battle rappers?
I suck at these type of questions, but I'm gonna do my best on the spot. I gotta absolutely, without question, I have to mention Murder Mook
Okay.
Shout out to Murder Mook.
from the DVD era till
Right.
now. Still
Right.
top tier, still crushing. Shout out Mook.
AK, what up, though?
I actually ran into him at Club Blue a few years back. He was mad cool. So shout out to Mook.
Yeah.
I have to rest in peace. I have to put the late great Pat Stay in that
Yeah.
lineup. Absolutely. To me, that dude is almost like unbeatable. I think he
Right.
mastered a lot of different pockets from the humor to the tough guy shit to
Yeah.
the deep, meaningful, like break you down as a person.
Right.
I gotta put Loaded Lux in there. Definitely pivotal, man. Definitely pin game crazy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people look to him almost like the Jay-Z of battling kind of at one point. He was
Right.
kind of in that hierarchy, if you will. I probably have to mention, man, this is tough, but I think I got to say Hollow the Don,
Okay.
for obvious reasons if you pay attention to battle rap. And I have to say, I got to put Disaster in there. Just by default anyway. Not saying his pen isn't there. His pen is one of the best,
Right.
no argument. But he's taken this the furthest, I think, of any battler from the Hollywood movie roles. I've seen him in DJ Khaled videos.
Right.
He's got the biggest viewed battles. He's taken on Cannabis and he's taken on Cassidy, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
he's really done a lot. He was on the Eminem reality TV show thing battling,
Yeah.
but I forgot what that was called. Road to Slaughterhouse
Yeah.
or whatever.
Right.
Road to
And
Total
the,
Slaughter.
and the movie, the Body movie.
And the Body
Yep.
movie, yeah, you know, so Disaster is repping the culture potentially harder than anybody
And
as
they
far
said
as
he
his
was
reach.
he was boning Megan Good or something, wasn't he?
Who?
Disaster.
Yeah.
They said they was dating for a minute
What?
right after her
Megan
divorce.
Good?
Yeah, right after her divorce.
Yeah, it was-
Disaster the battle rapper.
They had a picture of them together. And
Yo.
they say so that put him.
What? If that's true, yo,
Yeah.
shout out to Diz. If that's true,
Google that.
yo,
You know what I'm saying?
that's yo. See,
Yeah.
hey man,
Yeah, I
Man,
know.
man, talk about the perks of you being a battle rapper. We seen you with Jim Jones. I think you did something with Rick Ross or something. Talk about.
yeah, man. I've had the pleasure of a lot of different experiences like that with some of my heroes and major artists and things like that over the years. I think that my battle background, for one, you don't have stage fright, right? You know, you kind of get calloused in that sense. I'm used to performing in front of people, giving it my all, doing the whole performance, the theatrics, the body language, the whole swag, all that. On top of I got bars, I got
Right.
punchlines. I know what type of lines get what types of reactions in certain settings. So
Right.
when I run into a Jim Jones or somebody like that, I can go, oh, watch this, put the beat on. And I already know what's going to get a reaction out of people because I do this. I
Right.
consider myself an expert. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I've been doing this. So I think the battling really helped. And just aside from all that, as a person in general, it's given me thicker skin. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, like most people can't handle one person at their job talking shit about them. It'll tear them up all week. But I will give a stranger a microphone who's a
Right.
professional
Right.
at spoken literature and poetry and things like that. And I would say, hey, there's a whole crowd, there's cameras. You say whatever you want about me, you tear me apart. That's
Right.
the name of the game. And I just stand there and take it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a way to
most
look
people
at it.
can't do
That's
that.
what E40 and Too Short was telling Fab.
Mr. Five.
Yeah, it's like, man, we can't do that. People spitting
Man.
all in your face and all
Mr.
that.
Fab Code too. with
Yeah,
the
I
battle.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out. Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man. I
funny.
think you know, just overall outside of the music, I think battling helps, man. And being quick witted,
Yeah.
that skill comes that
Yeah,
skill
that
comes
was
in handy,
proof
man,
in there,
in
yeah.
everyday life, you know.
Right. Those rebuttals, right?
Yeah, oh
Yep.
yeah, you know, or you talking to a girl, you got the right thing to say right now, like
Yeah.
bop, like you know what I'm saying, like that's
That's
always
funny.
been a strength of
So
mine.
when you tell them you from Michigan, how they react?
Well, yeah. First of all, you know, if I'm out of town and they know I'm anything Michigan or Detroit, anything, you know, you already know what they
Yeah.
immediately think of and
Yeah.
correlate that with. So people want to know about, you know, it's funny, people talk about 8 Mile like it's a tourist attraction. And
Right.
us, it's like
Right.
traffic.
I want to see 8
You know what I'm
Mile.
saying?
Like,
Like,
nah.
it's like, it ain't nothing glorious to
Right.
us anyway. You know, I get it, what it symbolizes, though, what it symbolizes. And it's dope that M really shined the light on Detroit in that way. And, like,
Right.
nobody knew what 8 Mile was. Nobody
Right.
really, you know what I mean? Like, it was a different type of, I don't know, reputation building or
Right.
something like that, you know?
Right. That's
Crazy, man.
funny.
But yeah, I definitely get the comparisons, you know.
It's dope though. It's like you got M birth so much, and
Mhm.
you got Bizarre birth so much, Dilla birth so much, Blade Icewell birth.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all
Oh, man, true that.
it's all
Yeah.
strong culture. You know.
That's true, and it's dope because we do have, you know, like I was saying to you before, like we got a lot of different pockets of music of hip hop, a lot of different
Right.
pockets of hip hop in Detroit, from the acid rap, the Esham, the ICPs that hit the
Right.
charts when they drop, crazy.
Right.
And you got the Backpackers, the Elzai, Slum Village, Royce, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those type of cats, John Connor, whatever, the Spitters, and then you have like these new, you know, the street rappers, the T Grizzlies, the payrolls, the, you know what I
Sada
mean?
Babies and all.
The Sadas, yeah, all these guys. Shout out to all of them. I just love that we're bringing the spotlight over to Detroit. Hey,
Right.
look it up. We got something going on right here.
That's
You know what I
dope.
mean? Because I think Detroit has some of the most talented rappers and just overall music artists in the world,
Right.
from the Motown to
Yeah.
till now, bro.
Soulful, yeah.
Yeah, man. I think I don't know what's in the water over here, but
Yeah.
we've been fucking them up for a minute.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Man, talk about your video production company. You got the video with 38 Special with some of my artwork in there. Man, talk
Yeah.
about that, bro.
Yeah, I had to, what I'm saying, get that in there. Yeah, shout out 38 Special, man. That's the homie. I picked up a camera. I purchased a camera for my own benefit. I make a lot of content. I need to start, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I didn't really know. Spesh doesn't know this. Okay, I'm giving y'all a secret. This is the first time. This is exclusive. No one has heard this story. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing with that camera. Let me tell you, I just got it. I'm talking about just got it.
Right.
I was not familiar with operating it like that. None of that. And he was in town. They had the show got canceled. Benny the Butcher had like a asthma situation. He ended up in the hospital. So they had the day off. I met up with Spesh at my man's record store. Shout out my man Drew with 37 Shield.
37.
He was like, I'm chopping it with Spesh, and he's like, man, I should shoot a video. We got the day off today from the tour. You know anybody that shoots videos or anything? And I just went, chances make champions, right? I said, man, I got you.
Right.
Matter of fact, I could do it. Yeah, I shoot videos. I don't shoot videos. But today I do. Starting today, I shoot videos.
Right.
Bet. He rocks with me. Boom, boom. We set it up. And man, it came out great, man. I was a little bit, concerned with how it was going to come out. But I figured,
What's the name of the video?
So the name of the video is Landscaping by 38 Special, directed by yours truly for Real Speech Films. I got Butter's artwork in there, man. A lot of legendary
Skull
Detroit
Biz.
imagery, man, from downtown drone shots to the rap god Eminem mural with Royce and them on that. Very, very Detroit, man. Very Detroit. So it was super dope to be a part of that, man. And I've built a great relationship with Spesh since then, so it's a beautiful thing.
Dope, man.
That's dope.
Yes, sir.
Who
yes,
else
sir.
you shoot videos for?
I've done some videos for. I did the first song that Bizarre did with R.J. Payne.
Okay.
That was out. I've worked with everybody from Hush to and Uncle Ill. My man Bobby J from Rockaway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Rose Spit was in the video I did. Marv 1, we shot something in Miami. You know what I'm saying? A lot of from local people to, some more established artists.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now I got some people working for me and working with me that I can delegate tasks to and whatnot.
Right.
So I don't have to always be as hands-on.
Yeah.
But I'm real fortunate and blessed to be able to pursue this, man, and again, the chances make champions, bro.
Yeah.
Like that started a whole business for me. Just that one little decision to just go, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it,
That's dope.
Yeah, and then the word spread fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, talk about your some of your collaborations on your own projects. Like
Yeah,
you
man.
got something coming out now, right?
I got something coming out. Yeah, I mean, I've had I've been blessed. I've done even a song with Rick Ross back in the day.
Okay.
Shout out Rick Ross, man. I mean, for him to be who he is,
dope.
Right.
Do
and
y'all hear this,
to
man?
hear me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I don't think you hear me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like,
Pat yourself on the back.
I don't always talk myself up, maybe the way I,
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? But yeah, let me talk right now.
Word. Skull.
But yeah, man, I got a song with Rick Ross and OJ the Juiceman was actually on the record too.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
Oh,
That
that's
made a
dope.
lot of noise some years back. I've worked with King Crooked. It'll be on my upcoming album. We've already worked in the
okay, that's
past.
dope.
Shout out King Crooked, or you may know him as Crooked Eye. That's my dog.
Right.
Exclusive right here. Exclusive.
Right.
38 Special be on the album.
Okay.
Dope.
I'm very
Super
excited to
dope.
announce that.
Dope.
I
That's
got
dope.
my man Astray on the album. You may know
Okay.
him from the Shady Records camp.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I got Marv 1 on the album.
Dope.
Shout out Marv. Shout out the whole
Right.
battle rap culture again.
Right.
I got Bizarre from D12 on the album.
Oh,
Dope.
dope.
You know what I'm saying? I got Foul Mouth doing beats, Blizzard doing beats. Marv 1 did a beat for me. Astray did a beat for me. So it's gonna be an all-star cast this time
Yeah.
around. I'm trying to really plant my flag in the ground. I'm doing a lot
Right.
more boom bap style stuff. You know, I've been all across the board through the years. I'm influenced by a lot of different flavors, but what I'm really good at, what I really do, I'm getting to the core and the grassroots of that with the boom bap, the hip hop, spittery, the storytelling, the real stuff, the raw,
Right.
man. The album's called Dirt and Diamonds. Be on the lookout for that coming real soon. I'm excited for this, man. This is gonna be big for me.
All right.
Yeah.
So Crooked Eye, 38 Special,
Mhm.
Bizarre, Marv,
Yep.
What else you say?
Astray.
Astray.
Yeah, and
that's
some
dope.
you know.
Horseshoe Gang, what up, though?
Yeah, Horseshoe
Yeah.
Gang. Yeah, yeah. Stay tuned.
That's what's up, man.
You feel? Yeah.
Man, that's dope, man. What you love the most about being from Michigan, bro?
You know, as I travel, I think that what makes us special is, well, first of all, we got Midwest customs and culture here. Like,
Yep.
there's certain things, like, we don't take certain things for granted. We appreciate certain things. We don't, especially where we're at, we don't get all the opportunities in the world. So, you know, it's a good and bad thing. It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes
Right.
it makes it dog eat dog, but I think, like, overall, we're hard workers. We got values of the grind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think we strive a little harder than some other people do who may be around more opportunities in different parts of the country or the world. You know what I'm saying? But you know, outside of that, man, we got 5 Great Lakes. We got the
Yeah.
bodies of water. We got 4 seasons, which you may love or hate that, but it makes you appreciate the summer when you got the winter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people love the fall, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That type of stuff. We got hoodie weather, we got shorts weather. You know what I mean? It's
Sometimes you gotta have hoodies and shorts on the same day.
yeah,
Right.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm in a state where I could go snowmobiling, and then 6 months later, we could go jet skiing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that's kind of dope. Not everybody
Yeah.
can really do that, you know? And we got a lot of different cultures. We'll be on 4-wheelers, you know, if you're out in the country, dirt roads, it's
Yep.
like that's a whole different vibe right there. You know,
Right.
we got city people in Michigan,
Yep.
we got country bumpkins in Michigan.
Right.
You think these fools from Alabama, they wear nothing but camouflage and they got fishing rods in their back pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so we're very culturally vast here, you know. Even like Hamtramck's its own world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's kind of it's dope. I think we got a lot to offer.
Yeah, we
Right.
do.
That's funny.
Man.
It's funny you say that because I remember bumping into a dude at the club. I was like, man, I just seen you catfishing. But he was fly with the buffs on and everything. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you was just catfishing.
Well,
this
I'll tell you
morning.
what. That's the best way to get catfished at the club, if you know what I mean. Because it could be worse.
That's dope.
Man, what song brought you to hip hop, man?
Man, that's such a funny thing. I think music alone in any genre is such a magical thing. I think it's like, you know, it's frequencies. Like some reason humans react to. Like, think about this. It's like a collection of noises. Imagine someone dancing. Nothing else in the world will make somebody wiggle around and do all that. Nothing but sounds in a certain order.
Right.
Something magical about that I can't explain to you. But, you know, everyone has their flavor. When I really, like, when I was a little kid, I'm talking about little kid, I grew up on like Michael Jackson, you know, even like the MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice type of era, you know, all that jazz. But I heard Onyx Slam
Right.
as a very little kid, and I have vivid memories of that.
Right.
As soon as it came out, I just stopped and was stared at the stereo for 3 whole minutes. What was that? I went to my mother. We need to go to the store and buy a tape right now. So, you know, a couple weeks later, I didn't even know what it was called, but I remembered it stuck in my head, and I told the lady at the desk, I need a tape that says, slam, da, 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 let the boys be boys. You know what I mean? She's like, right this way. You know,
Right.
we get the tape, and you get the cover, and the album's called Back the Fuck Up.
Right.
Uzis and stuff.
You know, I don't know. I might be
Right.
5 years old or something. You know what I'm saying? My mother's like,
Wow.
my son wants Back the Fuck Up. I don't know.
That's crazy.
You know, 5 gangsters looking down on the cover,
Right,
you know?
yeah.
She's like, let me see if they got the cassette
Yeah.
single or the clean one, or
edited
you know,
version.
so I got a
Right.
single with the 2 songs, but that changed everything for me. Something about hip hop, I don't know how to explain, it just drew me in, man. It was just the attitude, the sounds, the voices, the patterns. Like, I don't know how to explain what drew me to that. I really don't.
Right.
I really don't. But I just knew that I loved it, and the more I loved it, then I had to be a part of it.
Dope.
There's
Man,
no way.
shout
I
out to
wasn't.
our homegirl Boss in that video, Slam.
Yeah, shout out
Detroit's
Boss.
own Boss in that video. Y'all don't know
Shout out
about that. Y'all
Boss.
gotta look at the Google and check that out for real.
Yeah.
Man, Detroit,
For
man.
real. Detroit everywhere.
That's
Big
dope.
facts, big facts. I love it.
Man, when is the album dropping, man? And give us some last words, bro.
So I don't have an exact date just yet. We're in the finishing touches process, but to be announced sooner than later. Before the end of the year, most definitely. It won't be next year. It'll be this year. Man, I'm turning a new leaf with this, man. I'm telling you, like I really feel it, man. It's gonna be different. It's gonna change the climate. I think just even in the scene here, you know what I mean? Because people aren't really used to me being in that pocket as much. You know, they see me do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You know,
boom,
and I'm gonna
bap,
show you
yeah.
better than I can tell you. That's all I can say.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the production credits sound like that's in pocket right there.
Yeah,
So,
nasty.
yeah.
Some of these beats, like I got beats. Blizzard gave me a beat, so he showed me a video of Method Man and him in the studio,
Right.
and I'm like, damn, he's playing him a beat. I'm like, that is crazy. I can't wait to
Wow.
hear Method Man rap on that.
Right.
He said, nah, he didn't pick that one. He picked a different one. I said, what? Well, what's up with that beat? He said,
Right.
"It's shit right there. You want it? I'm like, bro, let me get that one.
Right.
That's gonna be a nasty little track right
That's
there
dope.
too. So you know, it's just there's a
Shout
lot
out
of
Blizzard, man. That's
a lot
dope.
going on
Yeah.
behind the scenes with this, man. I'm excited.
That's dope.
That's
Yeah,
what's
most
up,
definitely.
man. Man, thank you, Hatch, man. Glad we repping something other than
Oh man.
people just think it's Marshall. It's other cats.
Hey, I
Rap.
got a Hispanic side too, man.
Yeah,
Let me
no
shout out
doubt.
my Boricuas one time too.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Don't let the
Yeah,
pale face
right.
fool you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Appreciate you guys having me. Appreciate your
thank
time,
you.
man.
Yeah,
For real,
thanks
for
for
real.
coming on.
DJ Butter,
Yes, yes,
you know what I'm
no doubt,
saying?
no doubt,
Dope,
no
man.
doubt.
Red, much
All right,
pleasure, man.
Right.
I'm honored. It's an honor and a privilege to be here, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely look up
Thank
to
you,
y'all,
man.
and it's been a long time coming. So
Word.
it's an honor to get recognized and get a bit of your time
No
on your
doubt,
platform,
no
man.
doubt, no doubt.
That's dope.
Appreciate that.
Michigan.